Hi, my name is Mariah Monique, and this is a part 2 to a video I did before about how to prepare for senior year, like colleges, admissions, applying to colleges, applying for scholarships, just how to prepare for that. So now this is what to do senior year of high school. I broke it off in 2 parts. If you haven't seen the first one, I will have it up in the cards and in the description, so you can go watch that either first or after this video. So let's get started. Today I'm going to be talking about what you need to do to prepare for senior year. Senior year, people say that it's easy, that junior year is just supposed to be like the hardest year, and senior year is supposed to be like easy, but for me, senior year is like the hardest year. Not because of my classes exactly, but because of everything else. Applications take so much more time, thought, and effort than I thought they were going to. Asking teachers for everything and like counselors, that took a lot of work. Just applying to all these colleges took so much work, and I just didn't know what to do, so I kind of just want to help people who might be going through the same thing and don't know what to do for college, like how to even apply. It's crazy, just crazy. So I will again talk about myself first to give a little bio. My name is Mariah. I am going to be attending the University of Michigan. I will be attending inside of the University of Michigan. I will be in the Penny Stamps School of Art and Design, studying graphic design, and I'll be a freshman. So that's a little bio about me. So I will just be talking about my experiences and what I've learned from them, so I hope that you don't have to go through what I did to get the results that I did. Like your process can be so much smoother than mine was. So I'm just going to start. I have an outline looking down. I'm just going to start going through it. The first thing I want to talk about is early admission. This is really important. I didn't know about it until senior year, but basically it's when you decide on like your top priority college, you decide to apply to them earlier than everyone else. And so the colleges will give you priority in application in the application process. They'll receive your application sooner than they'll receive everyone else's, so you'll basically be top pick for every scholarship and every offer that they have at that school. And plus, it'll be easier for you to get in because it's quicker on. They're accepting more people, so if you have a school that you're set on going to, early admissions is the way to go. And so the deadline for early admissions is November 1st, if I'm not mistaken. That's what it was last year. So you basically have to spend the first few months of school really working on your application. Just after that, then you're just basically done before everyone else, and you get to work on your scholarship applications or whatever you want after that. Yeah, I recommend applying by late September, early October. I did not reach this goal. I applied at October 30th, October 29th. It was so late, I barely made the deadline. But that's my fault. I did not start early enough. I didn't know where I wanted to go early enough. I didn't start thinking about college until August, and then because my parents made me start applying in August. So yeah, without them I probably wouldn't have even applied to U of M early admission. It's a lot of work. Just prepare for that mentally and physically by setting time aside in your schedule to work on your application. Having somebody help you, like an accountability partner that can help keep you on track for college, because that was so necessary. So one thing about early admissions is a lot of colleges have scholarship competitions and scholarships that they reserve for people who apply early. So I went to about 2 scholarship competitions that I wouldn't have been eligible to apply to if I didn't apply to those colleges early enough. They had a cutoff date of when you could be accepted, and it was really early, September or October, so before their regular deadline. And this is important because if you need money, like if you need money to support yourself in college or to pay for it, since college is extremely expensive, scholarship competitions can be great because even if you don't win them, they still generally will give you like a couple extra $1,000. At one college, I went to 2 scholarship competitions. I didn't get either one. But each one gave me like $2,000 extra dollars, and the other one gave me like $6,000 extra dollars just for applying and getting to the final round. It's very, very, very important that you put yourself out there. Just apply to as many scholarships as possible because college is really expensive, and I don't want you to have a bunch of student loan debts. Like, it's not good to be in your 20s with a bunch of debt, like right out of college. That does not seem fun. It does not seem smart, or it seems stressful. So I would like for you to avoid that. And a good way to do that is just to apply to college early, and you may receive more scholarships. It could be as easy as you have a higher chance of being awarded more scholarships if you apply early. So that is my biggest tip for you. Apply to your colleges early. And if you have a college that you are really set on going to, apply to them like priority admissions. Those, you generally can only apply to one like that, but you might be able to apply to more now. I'm not sure. It depends on the colleges you're going to. So I only applied to schools in Michigan, so I don't really know, like UCs, I don't know anything about them. Ivy Leagues, I don't really know. There's probably people who know those things, but I'm just talking about my experience and what I've learned. Or just in general, I'm going to be giving you like just general tips. Recommendations aren't always required, but they are helpful. They probably might give the admissions council an extra, might give you an extra edge in the admissions process, and it could help the admissions council just know a little bit more about you that may paint you in a better light. Like maybe if you didn't get the best grades, but your teacher can tell them why, or you've been through something and your teacher or counselor or somebody can write about that. It may help you get in. Also, they can speak to your dedication or your hard work, or how they think that you will benefit by going to that school, or just things like that, and it may help. So I'm just saying, even if your school doesn't require you to have a recommendation letter, if it's optional, I would say to get at least one, because they can be the difference between you getting in and not getting in. A little extra effort might go a long way in that case. For recommendation letters, I would say to ask them early on. A good bet would be to ask them before school starts, so then they're not flooded with a bunch of letters they have to do, and they may not have time for yours. So if you ask like maybe late August, early September, whenever your school starts, it will be better for you and for your teacher or whoever's applying. They can write it without as much stress, and you get a better recommendation out of it. Essays are extremely critical to both applications and scholarships. I believe that my essays were like the main reason that I got into U of M, because they were so good. And I'm not trying to be like narcissistic or anything, or like bloating, or like, not bloating, I said bloating, gloating or anything, but I believe that my essays were really good, and I spent a lot of time writing them and put a lot of effort into them, and just shed a lot of light on my life. And I was pretty vulnerable in my essays, more vulnerable than I am in real life or even on here. Like, I share stuff that I wouldn't necessarily share to the rest of the world or to the camera, but I feel like it was crucial for the admissions council to know certain things about me that would help them know like where I'm coming from, what I've gone through, what I've overcome, things like that. So it's just, yeah, essays are a really good chance for you to be unique and to stand out. And if you have really good essays that are grammatically correct, unique, they're not like just generalized, like stories that actually connect with the readers, stories that pull on their like strings and make them just feel something. That's what you want. You want to go for, I think it's called ethos, pathos, I don't know. It's like you want to go for their emotions. You want to get them like feeling you and feeling what you have to say. You want to get them invested in you. And a good way to do that is to write a really, really great essay. Spend a lot of time on your essays and make sure that you edit them and have someone else revise them, maybe your English teacher or your guidance counselor or someone that you trust. Have them revise your essay and make sure that it's the best thing that you can submit. Like, make it your best writing ever. And colleges will see that you put a lot of effort in, and they'll see you in the light. They'll see you in, I'm trying to word this. Colleges will know that you are putting your best foot forward and that you can just share something that they may not know otherwise that could be extremely, extremely helpful. Another tip on essays, make sure that you are being genuine and authentic to you. Don't try and write an essay that you think college admissions will want to see, or don't write something that you think they'll want to hear, because they'll be able to see through that. They want real truth. They want you. Like, they want to see who you are and if you will fit where they're going. They want to see persistence, diligence, that you're able to learn or value things, like that you're able to learn, that you're able to bring value to an organization. And you're not being honest, then they might be able to read into that in your essay, or it might just sound like every other essay that everyone else is writing, thinking that's what the admissions council wants to hear, and it's not, because they probably get so many similar essays. So just stick to you, stick to what you know, even if you think it might be a bit weird. If it's you, and if it's genuine, and if it's not like too crazy, I would say go for it. This is a tip on scholarships that helped me a lot, is to check your guidance office or career office, whatever they're called, for scholarship information. Like, I was in my career office almost every day. I didn't really like to eat lunch in the cafeteria the last year of school, just because none of my friends had the same lunch, and I didn't feel like socializing during lunch most days. I'm an extreme introvert, and I just needed a break from people, and going to my career office and like going through the scholarships and doing a lot of my applications then were really, really helpful. And it was a good use of my time because it's during school, so I don't have to put any extra thought into finding time outside of like clubs and everything else that I'm in. I can just do it during school, which is another good tip. If you have a free period, or if you don't want to go to lunch for some reason, then it's a good idea to do your applications or your scholarship work. Then, yeah, back to the guidance or career office. It would be a good idea to build a relationship with your guidance counselor your senior year, maybe even before, because they can really help you with the process of applying, and they can also tell you when new scholarships are coming, or they can give you updates, and they'll be more inclined to give you updates on them first if they like you and if they know who you are, than if they didn't know who you are and you're just another random student. So get to know your counselors, get to know your teachers, find a couple that you really like mesh with, and just build a relationship with them. They'll be the ones that will most likely write your recommendation letters and actually care and invest time into them and into you so that you can go where you want to go. So I'm at the last couple tips, and basically I just want to say to apply to as many scholarships as possible. You may think that just applying to a few will be enough, But just from personal experience, I applied to like over 30 scholarships and I only received 5. The 5 scholarships I received were enough for me to not have to really worry about school. Like, I don't have to worry about my tuition. May have to do a couple of scholarships every year just to supplement. But the majority of my college is paid for all 4 years, which is that's so nice. Like, look for those 4-year scholarships because they are a blessing. 4 years, like, so great. And then they also have, I got a couple scholarships that are just one-time scholarships, so maybe from like private institutions or local charities, local organizations near you. They may offer like a couple scholarships, and those seem like easier to apply to because not a lot of people know about them, not a lot of people apply. So I would say look at banks, credit unions, just look online for like local scholarships near you, and I'm sure a whole list of them will come up, and you can just, I got one from my credit union, and I really appreciate that scholarship because they just gave me a check. Like, they gave me a check in my hand, and I could use it on college or I could use it on something else. But it's just really great. And scholarships like those, don't underestimate them. They can add up. Like, all money is good money when it comes to scholarships. Like, even if it's only $50 or $100 or $1,000, you might not think that it's worth it to apply, but just apply anyway. If you get it, more money for you. And most people wouldn't apply to those anyway because they would think that it's not worth applying, putting effort in just for $50 or $1,000. They want like the big $20,000 scholarships, which aren't always achievable, and most people want to get those. It's more realistic for you to get the smaller ones. So just apply as many as possible. I say a good bet would be to apply to 20 or more. That gives you a higher probability of actually being awarded enough money or a lot of money to go towards college. The more you apply, the higher chance of you winning them. Just saying, just keep on applying. You don't have to reinvent the wheel every time you write a new essay. I didn't write this down, but I wrote like 2 basic essays that I used for my U of M application or maybe another local college application, and then I just changed it throughout, maybe a little bit, changed the prompt a little bit, changed the focus a tiny bit, switched it around for each essay, each application, and I basically just used the same essay as like the backbone and then wrote a new one off of that for each scholarship, and it actually worked. Like, it worked, and it saves so much time. Another last little tip for you. If this was helpful, then like this video and comment down below what you got from it or what you liked about this video. I will see you later. If you want more college videos or more about my experience, more like college related, just scholarship related, what scholarship I got exactly, I might not do that one just for personal privacy reasons, but I can probably do a video with good scholarships to apply to. So if you want that video, then like this video and comment that down below. And I'll see you in my next one, which will be tomorrow. Bye. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to like it and leave a comment letting me know why. And subscribe for more content. I post regularly and I would love to have you back. Press subscribe and push the bell next to my name to be notified whenever I upload. Thanks for watching again. Bye.